St. Augustine has a unique place in the history of America and the Catholic Church in the United States. It was September 8, 1565. Pedro Menendez, admiral of the Spanish fleet, came ashore on a site known today as Mission Nombre de Dios.
The admiral landed with many banners spread to the sounds of trumpets and salutes of artillery. I took a cross and went to meet him, singing the hymn Te Deum Laudamus. The admiral marched up to the cross, knelt and kissed it. Father Francisco Lopez.
The Catholic parish that now worships here at the Cathedral Basilica of St. Augustine dates from the founding of the first parish on September 8, 1565, when Don Pedro Menendez came ashore with 4 Catholic priests. They celebrated Mass, and Catholic Christianity has been here ever since. The church itself does not go back that far. Between 1565 and the late 1700s, St. Augustine was served by several different chapels that dotted the area of the village, of the town of St. Augustine. Construction began in 1792. The church took 5 years to build. The walls are 24-inch thick coquina. It's a natural rock formation that is found only here in North Florida. And the nave walls of the church and the facade wall of the church, through which is the main door, those are all part of the original construction of this building in the 1790s.
In 1887, a fire completely destroyed the interior of the cathedral. Only the walls were left standing. However, the church was restored and reopened the following year. In addition, new transepts to the sides of the building were added, and a beautiful new bell tower. The last major renovation of the church took place in 1964 and 65, when St. Augustine celebrated their 400-year anniversary.
Nothing's been done to it for basically 50 years. When I arrived in July of 2008, I was really shocked to see all of the damage, and Bishop Estevez said, "Tom, we have to get this fixed. This building is a treasure." The project ended up coming to about a $4 million total goal in order to do everything that we were looking for. The diocese, as well as myself as rector of the cathedral, are still in the process of trying to do the fundraising efforts in order to be able to do the full project.
After an extensive national search for a liturgical art company, the parish engaged Baker Liturgical Art out of Connecticut to do the restoration work.
And I think every 4.
They've come in here with an eye to detail that has really helped us make some great determinations for the enhancement of the interior.
There is a lot of color and pageantry in this cathedral basilica, and when we were asked to submit to the project, we said we would restore everything and keep that history and be sensitive, to not taking it down and completely doing something new.
Work began in the fall of 2014.
In the back wall, the murals, we have to repair. Some paint was peeling because there was paint a long time ago. Before we start even cleaning artwork, we're doing some tests because some paints are stronger, some more softer, and you can easily wash off. We just have to match colors to existing colors and apply a special kind of varnish for artwork, what gives a longer life for those murals.
Originally, we had this solid gold. Waldemar Karbushki, he's my lead artisan, probably one of the best artisans in the religious business and the liturgical end of it. And he is heading up the liturgical artwork here, and we're blessed to have him. We'll continue on. Okay?
The gold leafing, what we use here, it's 23 karat gold leaf, it's pure gold, so that will stay for a long time.
Well, gold leaf, it's an amazing field. Beautiful. If it's done right, it looks great.
The stained glass windows have recently been cleaned and repaired. Installed in the cathedral in the early 1900s, they were made in Germany by the Meyer & Son Company and tell the story of the patron St. Augustine of Hippo.
They are truly priceless, and the detail, the richness of the colors in the glass is just tremendous. The Stations of the Cross, oil paintings, were actually painted in Italy, and we had just had them refurbished. To have those that have been now part of the cathedral community for going on 110, 115 years, it makes the whole thing exciting.
We like the sample that you produced at your factory in Mexico. The tile in the nave of the church is actually called a Cuban tile, which is pressed concrete with a design in it. I was able to hire a firm in Mexico to duplicate that. We needed an extra 550 square feet, and it matched perfectly.
I was born and raised in St. Augustine and grew up in this church. It's a real privilege to be able to work on such an historic building that was also so much a part of my life growing up. Originally, in the church that was constructed in the late 1800s, there was a choir loft in the rear of the church. And that choir loft remained here until the mid-1960s when the church was renovated. Father Tom and the new bishop really wanted a choir loft back in the church.
In the months to come, there is still much work to be done. The altar will be taken apart and completely cleaned. There will be a new and larger predella and a new marble floor for the sanctuary.
The marble is in many respects exciting. It's coming from a small village up in northern Italy, little village where Michelangelo actually would go and find marble and carve it there. To have that connection to history just excites me.
The restoration will be completed in the fall of 2015, in time to celebrate the 450th anniversary of the city of St. Augustine and its beautiful cathedral.